This demon, Sabrina Morrisey, needs to identify herself. She needs to tell us what demon she is so the church knows what exorcism protocol to use on her, because she literally is a demon. She is nothing short of that. Let's talk about it, because wasn't this the same Sabrina Morrisey, Wendy Williams' guardian, who had her lawyer sent a letter to TMZ telling TMZ that Wendy has her freedom to go and come as she pleases? And in the very same letter, we're talking about Sabrina Morrisey. Yes, that woman that is holding Wendy Williams hostage. And is it even right of us to be calling her a woman? Because ain't no woman behaved in this manner. She's a demon. She's a literal demon, and she needs to identify herself so that we can let the priest know what demon we have dealing with, and the priest will know what exorcism protocol to use. Because how do you send a letter to TMZ via your attorney, letting TMZ know that you don't stop Wendy Williams from going or coming as she pleases? And not only that, you also said that Wendy's family could visit as they please. Not only that, it was just March 5th that Wendy won a case in court where she was granted the opportunity to choose her living condition by Judge Sacoloff. So how is it that now that Joe Tacopina is Wendy's attorney, and Wendy was supposed to meet with her niece and Joe Tacopina, you're blocking Wendy from even leaving the fifth floor? The elevator is locked. Cannot call up an elevator to the fifth floor. Skips every floor. The fifth floor doesn't count. So that means that you're leaving her up there to die slow, painfully, miserably, and lonely while you make off with her money, because that's the impression I'm getting. If you give her a card and you say that the card has been loaded with money for her father's birthday, and when she goes to spend time with her father, she could not spend a dime or a dollar. And the court of public opinion said they know why you did this. They believe you did it so as to pay Wendy as crazy, and that is how you sneak money out of Wendy's account. And now that Wendy has a powerful attorney who is a no-nonsense attorney, you want to stall Wendy meeting with her attorney because you have what? What do you have to do? Why are you basically holding this woman hostage after you get an attorney to say that Wendy is not being held against her will? Something is not right here, and I believe that you guys can literally see that Sabrina Morrisey, her attorney, is Sabrina Morrisey, that's her guardian, that is, I should say. She is hiding something at this point in time, and she cannot afford for Joe Tacopina. We're talking about the attorney that represented A$AP Rocky. You cannot afford for Joe Tacopina to get access to Wendy because he's going to demand a jury trial, and Joe will be that trial lawyer. And if Joe gets that jury trial, it's going to expose you and the nasty things that you've been doing to this woman, and how nasty you've been treating and manipulating this woman. So as such, you're holding her hostage, irrespective of the fact that you and Judge Sacoloff have been telling the public that what Wendy is saying is not true. So how do we remedy this now that we know it is true? Now that we know that you've all lied, that Sabrina Morrisey and Sacoloff, the judge, know that it is very clear that you're all in cahoots together. How do we remedy this situation? Do we have to, come up with a Mission Impossible plan, climb the building, get some cables, cut the glass and take Wendy out? Because That's literally what you're telling the public. No, you're telling the public that Wendy is officially your prisoner and you're refusing to release this prisoner, and nothing can stop you because you somehow have people on your side to carry out this illegal operation, because this is an illegal operation, It's literally illegal because you told us that Wendy could go and come as she please. You sent a letter via your attorney to TMZ to say she can go and come as she please. And now she can't, because just a few days ago, Wendy was supposed to have this meeting, right? So it was another plan that Wendy and her niece, they came up with. And what should have happened is that they should have met at a restaurant in New York, right? And then when Wendy's niece, Alex Finney, went to get her, Alex was told that Wendy could not leave. So Wendy is still on the 5th floor in this luxury prison, and Sabrina Morrisey has been quiet since then. No one can hear anything. So Wendy has been fighting to end this guardianship. Now she truly has an attorney who will go above and beyond in terms of all the legal handling, the legal proceedings. This lady is basically saying, no, Wendy cannot leave. She cannot leave the building irrespective of the fact that you said she could leave. Now you're saying she can't. This woman is a demon. Miss Sabrina Morrisey is a demon, and she needs to tell us what demon she is so that we can have the right exorcism protocol to cast out this demon, because this is demonic behavior. But leave your comments below, guys, because I can't be the only one who sees things this way. Wendy is being held against her will, which is given the sense that there's something major other than what they're telling us. Why are they so determined to hold this woman hostage? Why are they so determined to keep her in a guardianship that she no longer wants, that she says is not serving her? They're saying that she initially wanted a guardian to handle her money because someone was just going in and taking money out of her account as they please, which I believe the son was doing at the request of the dad, allegedly. So they wanted to mitigate all of that. But does that include holding someone against their will? Does that include bully, lying, intimidating? Absolutely not. So someone else here is given the sense that they have to hold on to Wendy for as long as they can because something is not right with them on the books as per Wendy's paper. And if Wendy meets with Joe, it's going to be the beginning of a new revelation. But either way, Sabrina, you're cooked, okay? Because even with this action that you've pulled off, even with this stunt that you've pulled off, you're literally cooked. Because this in itself, it is very indicative of your intention and the judge's intention as well to say you can choose your living condition, but then go back on your words. I do hope that people end up being held accountable for what is going on here with Wendy, because none of this should be happening. But guys, it's your time to take the floor. Let me know what's your stance. Thumbs up, share, subscribe, and we're going to talk some more in the comment section. Peace.